There we go, guys. Did you see that?
All right.
I didn't realize that she died 50 yards from the stand. Can you see me, Dad?
I can see you, yep.
That's funny. She's right behind these trees. Perfect shot. Perfect shot. Maybe a little bit back, but it's a great shot.
I just shot a doe. 23 yards maybe. There's all kinds of deer out here right now. She came in right about there. There's still a bunch of deer right over there. They're trying to figure out what's going on. They have no idea. I have literally never seen this kind of action before in my entire life. These deer are barking like you would not believe. It's absolutely insane. To hear that, it's insane. They've been barking for 15 minutes after I shot that deer. Ridiculous. Okay, sorry that it's so dark out right now. I'm trying to go get the arrow. Check it out. Oh. Thing is stained red. Check this out. Oh, that thing is bloody. Hypodermic, baby. It smells really, really bad. That's a good sign.
So I just called my dad. He's on his way from the house. I was like, hey, Dad, I might need your help. I just shot a doe. I could use an extra hand. So he's on his way. He'll be here about 10 minutes or so. Just a second hand. Sometimes when you shot an animal, just a second eye for maybe if the blood trail goes small or whatever, a second person, it helps if you guys are on the right page. Obviously you don't want people stepping over blood trails or whatever, but also he's gonna maybe operate the camera. Fingers crossed, guys, fingers crossed. I am absolutely stoked right now. It is, I hunted so hard this week, and sure enough, I'm starting to see deer at this spot. This is the best deer hunting spot I've ever had in my entire life on public land. I can't believe it. Today I saw 8 deer today. I absolutely blew my mind. 8. That's insane. This blew my mind. I just want to say something before we get too involved in the actual hunting story itself. This is what hunting is all about. I'm hunting in an area that is unbelievably pressured. In rifle season, a few years ago, we were hunting a couple thousand acres. This other hunter told me he counted 100 cars. 100 cars, not 100 hunters, 100 cars along the road in an area that was only a couple thousand acres. That is outrageous amount of people. And I don't know how many people we have here that are archery hunters, but I know that there is an absolute lot. You have to literally do your homework on these deer and study the deer, figure out exactly where they're gonna go and where are they gonna go, why are they gonna go there, and what's gonna happen when people enter the woods, where those deer are gonna go. And that's exactly how I figured out where these deer are at. After years and years and years of hard work and figuring out where the best spots would be if there's hunters in the area, if there's hikers in the area, vice versa.
We're here for the action. You have a knife?
I have a knife, yeah. Yep, we're good. Yeah.
Oh my. That's excellent.
There was so
through that deer.
Oh yeah. All right, so Dad just arrived, and basically I'm just gonna do a quick spiel of what kind of went down today. I was hunting for a guy in the stand around 3:45, plenty time before dark really happened, and then around 6:20, 6:25, 6:30. All of a sudden I just hear a noise. I just saw one deer pop. I'm like, okay, game on. These deer are coming towards me, 90, 80 pounds, 100 pounds in that lower side, but I was totally content with taking a small doe. For me, that's just awesome if you could take one. Public land, 2 of them working their way in. I'm like, okay, if they can get close enough, I'm taking a shot. And sure enough, they were never turned broadside, never turned broadside. I'm adjusting my single pin from 25 to 20, 25 from 30. All of a sudden they're moving up and moving down. I'm trying to figure out which deer I'm gonna take. Keep trying to, you know, make sure they're not seeing me at all, you know. One turns broadside at 20 yards, 22 yards, put 20 yards, rear back, shot. Went right through her, she took off running. The other one took off running. All of a sudden, 6 more deer in the brush that I never even saw in the first place. They were back farther, just started booking it. I'm like, why? You see, that's the thing as a hunter, you never know that stuff. You never know if there's other deer hunting. You maybe can't hear those deer. Sure enough, there was 8 deer at the spot. And I have no idea if any of them were buck. I think they were all doe, which for me, that's good because I have plenty of people in my family that have doe tags and ready to take a doe. So there's plenty of doe in here. The good news about that is those deer never knew what happened. They were barking and screaming, you guys heard, carrying on for 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, figuring out, doing their little bark noise. They didn't know what was going on. Confused, what happened to the deer that was just here? It's like dying, but we don't know what happened to it. And it just, tails went back down and they just walked away. So Dad's here, we're gonna go down that, find that deer. We're in the woods here, and it's kind of hard to see. I might not show it on camera. We got ourselves a good blood trail here, maybe 25, 30 yards from the tree stem. Not too bad, right where I shot, 5 yards up, pretty much there's some blood. Good blood, good artery blood. We're gonna walk right up here and hopefully find her. There we go, Dad. There we go, guys. Did you see that?
I can see you, yep.
That's funny, she's right behind these trees. Perfect shot, maybe a little bit back, but it's a great shot. It was back a little bit, maybe 3 inches, 2 inches too back. See what I mean?
Yep.
But, all right guys, we ended up finding her with 60 yards from the tree stem, maybe a little bit more. She bedded down in this, I'm not sure what kind of plant you call it, is whatever. She ended up bedding down here, passed away, got Dad, came down here, boom, found her. Wasn't too hard to follow the blood. She died very, very quickly, I believe. It was a perfect vital shot right behind the leaf, obviously you can tell. But anyways, yeah, that being said, obviously it's a little bit smaller deer, but you know what? I'm very happy to have a deer. Haven't shot a deer in Pennsylvania for a little bit yet, and it feels good to be back in the game. It feels good to have some meat in the freezer and some food for my families. If you guys want to see more hunting adventures here in Pennsylvania, feel free to go ahead and hit that like button so I know that you're enjoying this. Comment down below if you guys have had success in Pennsylvania, and also subscribe, click that little bell in the bottom right hand corner so you guys get notified the next time we're out here in Pennsylvania woods having some great adventures with the family. See you next time.